Back, everybody, to this second game of a doubleheader here at UCCS in Colorado Springs. NCAA Division II basketball, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball, and joined, like last season, happy to have him back, the athletic director here at UCCS, the man that makes it happen, Nate Gibson. Nate, welcome back to the broadcast booth again.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun that it's basketball season again, and I'm glad it's here. Good game last night. We'll see if we can follow that up here with another one in the Gallagher Event Center. Round 2 of the weekend. We got a lot to get into this. They're going to get the starting lineups going. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and we'll get the table set for you for UCCS. And they're taking on Cameron University out of Texas, the Aggies. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. Stick with us. We'll be right back with the tip-off in Colorado Springs at the Lions Den. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lions Den Gallagher Event Center, second game of a doubleheader here tonight. The UCCS Mountain Lions men's team takes on the Cameron Aggies. UCCS in their gold with black and white trim, and Cameron in their black uniforms with the gold trim. Ed Burke, we'll get to the starting lineups in a second. We're off and running at UCCS. And number 1, Parker Gaddis out of San Antonio, Texas, comes away with it. Mountain Lions get the ball first. Big win over Permian Basin last night, and they're looking to do a sweep at home here on the weekend. George Holden, Nate Gibson, the athletic director here at the college. Inside and finishes number 1, Gaddis. They draw first blood. Good take there by Parker, and that's a new player for the Mountain Lions, so if you're just tuning in for the first time, Parker Gaddis, junior college transfer, point guard, great take, good start for the Mountain Lions.
Yep. So we'll get to the starting 5, as I said, in just a moment. Just underway here in first half action. It's been a full weekend of basketball. As we look through the broadcast, we'll talk to athletic director Nathan Gibson about the women's soccer team. Right now, they look like to be the best in the country. And they got a big playoff game coming up tomorrow.
Absolutely. But good defense there. Again, we saw that all last night as well, where Mountain Lions are forcing teams to get all the way down into shot clock. Force a shot clock violation there. Just good, sound defense for 30 seconds. Love that for the Mountain Lions.
Here we go. Gaddis down the floor. Starting 5 for Cameron. Jalen Nicholas, Kendall Scott, Jordan Lewis, Brock Schreiner, and Tyler Williams. Coached by Andrew Brown. Blend of Dilly inside. He gets his first bucket. We talked about him before the game. He had kind of an off night last night, and you were saying, we know that's not normal Blend of Dilly. Right. We expect a bigger night out of him.
Right, and he just plays so hard. He's all over the court. Shots just weren't quite falling the way we're used to seeing from Blend, so good start for him to get the first bucket there.
So Cameron back around with the ball. UCCS with a 4-0 lead. Short shot. Knocked out of bounds. It'll go Mountain Lion way. Speaking of the Mountain Lions, they're starting 5. Ed Burke, Parker Gaddis, Padiat Wong, Jeff Kelly, and Blend of Dilly, coached by Jeff Culver.
And again, another good defensive possession there for the Mountain Lions. Love seeing that. Just not a lot of room for Cameron to do much at the moment.
Nope. Still scoreless, the Aggies. Mountain Lions, as you said, they played stingy defense last night, and they're picking up where they left off here tonight.
Yeah, to give up 61 last night to a pretty good team there, and Mountain Lions, I mean, just a good defensive effort. And I know Coach Culver's talked about that a lot so far, that kind of a little different than the last couple of years for the Mountain Lions. Just expect to see a lot more defensive pressure, a lot more possessions like this where, again, tough shot at the end of the shot clock because it was 30 seconds of good defense once again.
Ed boards Burke, snags a rebound. Petty at Wong, not enough on that. Blend of Dilly with the trailer, not enough there. And here comes Cameron, still looking for their first bucket. And bringing it down the floor is number 13, Jalen Nicholas.
Aggressive take there from Padilla, but just couldn't quite get the finish there. But good take. We'd love to see that from him with his athleticism. He can get to the hoop.
Underneath, number 20, Kendall Scott goes around and over the shoulder. And he'll draw the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. 4-0. UCCS just underway here at Gallagly Events Center. Congratulations again to the women's team with their early win. They had a tough go last night against a solid team and lose by 30, come in tonight. They led as much by 20 tonight, and they end up pulling the game out, so congratulations to them. And they're going to go on a road stretch here.
Yeah, so they've got a big stretch ahead of them, but you're right. What a night by Chelsea Pearson, too. 35 points. Just lights out from behind the
I came up with a nickname for her, Nate. It's Chelsea Points Pearson.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, no,
so
she had a wonderful night.
She couldn't miss.
Right. Great to see that. I mean, 35 for the senior. That's what a night for her.
Number 1 is a new face, Parker Gaddis, the junior transfer. Blend of Dilly off the back of the rim, tried to get the three, didn't. Rebound pulled down. And bringing it down the floor is Brock Schreiner for the Aggies. Nice feed inside and denied. But they're going to call the foul on William Becker. You were talking about him before the game. This kid is a freshman, and he's 6'9", at a Smoky Hill High School up in Denver, and he's impressive.
Yeah, and he just does a lot of things that is kind of the dirty work of the game.
Yeah.
Right? So blocking shots, getting rebounds, doing the hustle things, and I think we didn't see it. I think he only had 4 points last night, but I think he can score it a little bit too, but I think his bread and butter is exactly what we just saw, and I thought it was a pretty good block. Tough call, but
that could have gone either way.
He's going to block a lot of shots this year and get a lot of rebounds for the Mountain Lions.
That's a good thing. He's the workhorse.
Well, and he's pretty versatile as well. I think he can play the 4 and the 5, and just another big defensive presence on the defensive side, and he's going to do a lot like this, just work the offense. And Blend with a wide-open shot, top of the key, and just off.
Off again. Rebound snatch by Scott. And here come the Aggies, down by 3. Low-scoring game. 16:25 left in the first half of play. Good defense, as we've talked about, Mountain Lions. They did it last night. It's carried forward tonight. Hits the shot, and he gets it, and that is number 40, Tyler Williams, out of Crete, Illinois.
That was good defense there, just a better shot there from the Aggies.
Inside to Becker, top of the key. Blend of Dilly. And Dilly, it'll go back the other way. He was knifing his way in and wanted to dish it off, but pretty good defense by Cameron. And we're going to see number 0 come in for UCCS, Patrick Lanpekin, I want to say out of London, England. And then the big guy will be coming in, Johnny Jones III. Got a nickname for Johnny Jones as well, and he's J.J. Trey.
I like it. Yeah,
okay.
There you go.
And again, I like what Jeff Culver did. This season, we're seeing like the guys like Becker and Jones III and Burke. You said it. Burke's finally got help. So he's got some other big guys in. They need to spell him. They need another big body underneath to snag boards and block shots. He's got the help and the assist that he needs.
Right. I mean, we saw some lineups last night where the shortest guy on the court was 6'4".
Right, which is unusual for us.
That hasn't been the case, but you got some of those lineups where Ed's maybe the second or third tallest guy on the court, which is just a big lineup and a big presence. And I thought Ed had a great game last night and did a good job passing the ball, but also scored it when he had his chances. But it's opposing teams are going to really have to sort that out with the size of the Mountain Lions this year.
I would agree. He's Nate Gibson, the athletic director here at UCCS. Athletic-wise, You got yourself a full plate, but it sounds like it's a lot of fun. You got women's soccer, you got volleyball. Now we're getting into basketball. There's a fairly new baseball program that's been pretty successful here. So
Absolutely,
you guys got a lot of action going on.
No, it's fun, and this time of year with all of our fall sports going, we've got then winter sports going now with basketball. But yeah, women's soccer, what a season they've had, undefeated, #1 in the country at the moment. They've got a big game tomorrow afternoon at Mountain Lion Stadium, where they're taking on Westminster in the RMAC tournament semifinal. So big game for them tomorrow. Good shot there.
Big shot, and he hits it. Number 15, Brock Schreiner. Women's soccer team, again, congratulations to them for UCCS making Colorado Springs proud. And here's Duran downtown. Clark. This kid is a streaky three-point shooter when he gets hot. The sophomore out of Texas.
Just not quite organized yet on offense.
Uh-oh.
Is what I feel like we're seeing. Yeah, just
Nope.
no flow yet.
Turnover. Jeff Kelly tried to break it up. He did, but the rebound is snatched by Williams. And they'll set up shop at top again. It's a 2-point ball game, 15:09 and counting. Clark D'ing up. Not a lot there. Number 2 will check in. Elijah Comithier, thank you, the freshman, and he's out of Texas as well. You know, it looks like, too, the women's team's got some pretty good players out of Idaho, the freshman, and then UCCS, the men's team, Jeff Culver's gotten some pretty good ball players out of the Lone Star State, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely, and a couple freshmen this year, and then we'll see Elijah, who just came into the game out of Steele High School, and really good player and just has been impressive thus far as a freshman coming in and obviously getting early minutes in his career.
Becker with the ball out of Smoky Hill High School up in Denver. Duran downtown. DC Clark, boom, hits a big three, and he makes his presence known in this game.
Well, I expect we'll see Duran in the starting lineup a bunch this year. He's coming off the bench tonight, which, like we were saying before the game, is kind of encouraging. It tells us we got a lot of depth at the guard position, and I mean, we know Duran's going to play a ton of minutes, but we got a lot of other folks, especially with the Jeff Kelly back this year. Now that position is deep.
Yep. Becker right there for the board. Clark will bring it down and set up shop for the Mountain Lions. Loses his footing again, but recovers. Gets it inside to J.J. Trey. Top of the key. Nice pass underneath. Turns around. What a play, Limpukin. Great look by Jones the third.
When Patrick's a kid too, we're gonna see him bring the ball up a lot. He's a point guard. He's gonna back up Gaddis this year, but he's somebody who's his length and size is. He looks like he belongs under the basket. He's just that big. Like Mountain Lions this year, just a big presence all across the board.
Shot forced underneath.
Good
Put
defense.
Up. Yep, good defense. Number 5, that was Simius, but denied by the Mountain Lions. They lead by 3. And again, my third year calling basketball games here at UCCS. You're right. This is a bigger basketball team. Underneath and on the backcourt.
Yep.
You got that height, that size advantage. That's a strong team. Nice spin move underneath,
Good
but
block there by
Becker.
Becker, and right now you've got Johnny, who's 6'11", Becker 6'9". I mean, those are two big guys that we haven't had that in recent years in terms of just that sheer size and length under the basket.
And Nate, you and I were talking too before the game, and I was asking you about the RMAC. What kind of shot does the men's team have? And you seem to think we're right there this year.
Well, it just feels like a group that, because of the depth and also just the way that we're playing defense, if we can keep that up, we're going to be in every single game. If we can hold teams like we did last night to play games in the 60s, everybody in the RMAC we're going to be in every single ball game. It's just a matter if we can find a way to beat the best teams, and we've proven we can do that.
That name that school that pops into mind, the school is Mines, isn't it? It seems to be that team.
It goes through Colorado School of Mines, and they've got a good group again. And there's some other good teams as well. I mean, Regis is always good. Pueblo, they've got a new coach, and they beat this Cameron team last night. You can't ever sleep on Pueblo.
No.
New Mexico Highlands wins the tournament as the 7th seed last year.
Right.
So
who would have thought, right?
Who would have thought? I mean, so you just never know in the RMAC, but I like the way that we were playing, and we've got guys, seniors now like Padilla, and Blend that you just like our chances when you've got guys like that. Oh,
nice follow. No finish on that, but a great follow on that. And Cameron comes up, and they're going to lay it in.
That would have been a Sports Center type highlight if Jones was able to put that one away.
Shot off rebound. So right now, Mountain Lions only lead by 1. So this has been a pretty competitive, tight contest with under 12 minutes to play.
Mountain Lions, we've had our chances offensively. It's just not fallen quite yet, but I like what they're doing offensively. We've had open looks, guys getting to the basket, but just not falling quite yet.
Padilla Wong, yep. We were talking about him before. You know, you look at him, this is my 3rd year watching him play and grows. But to me, I think you'd agree, Nate, one of the best players in the RMAC.
Absolutely.
By far.
And maybe one of the best athletes in
yes.
any sport in the RMAC. In fact, I don't know if you know this, but he high jumped for us last year in track and field.
He looks like a high jumper.
And made the conference championships, and I mean, just a phenomenal athlete and a highlight reel to watch, but has added something to his game every year and continues to get better. I think he had 19 points last night, leading scorer, and just a great overall kid, great basketball player. But somebody, yes, absolutely, he's on everybody's watch list for RMAC Player of the Year this year for sure.
And, you know, nice, as you said, I had a chance to talk to him after a couple games last year. Great kid to talk to, smart kid, great student. And we're sitting talking, very humble. But you look at him, he's that leader on the floor that's a quiet leader. He leads by action.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And when he's up there and he starts, I remember watching a couple games last year, Nate, where there was close games. He just took over.
Absolutely. And he's got the ability to do that, and particularly when his shot is falling, he's unguardable because he can get by you. But if his shot's not falling like so far tonight, but if it starts falling, watch out. I mean, how do you guard a guy like that?
You don't.
He's going to get by you and probably dunk on 3 people. But, you know, he's a special player, special kid, and he's somebody that all of us are saying, yeah, he's got a chance to end his career at UCCS on a really high note.
As far as seniors, Blend of Dilly is a senior, Ed Burke, and Padilla look like the 3 seniors on this team. But like you said, with the size, some of the transfers and these younger guys, this looks to be a pretty competitive bunch.
It is, and I think it's exciting too because the more it comes together, the more they learn to play together. Good shot there as the clock goes down.
That was Brock Schreiner out of Choctaw, Oklahoma. The sophomore buries a 3. And the Aggies take the lead. Blend of Dilly tried to squeeze that one into Jeff Kelly. Speaking of Jeff Kelly, again, his dad, fun guy to talk to. Talking to Jeff Kelly. Jeff Kelly is a trooper. One of those guys that, you know, he gets injured and then he battles back and then gets hurt again and then battles back. And what a great attitude.
Absolutely.
About the whole thing.
He's a big-time leader for this team, but just also one of those glue people, like just does so many things for you. Good
Blend of Dilly
by Blend, but they're going to wave that off.
Yep. He kind of wormed his way underneath, and there'll be a foul on Cameron. George Holden, along with Nate Gibson, the athletic director at UCCS. Glad you could join us for the second game of a college basketball doubleheader here in southern Colorado. Unseasonably warm here, over 70-some degrees today.
I'll take that.
80 days.
Especially with, you know, fall sports going on. It's got to stand out in the cold a lot this time of
year. I didn't think about that. You got to be at these events, so you're thinking good weather, right?
Yep. There's some of those where it takes a couple days to thaw out, so I'm loving this.
The frozen chosen?
That's right.
Blend of Dilly. I'm sorry. Padilla Wong hits the shot. We were just talking about him. What an athlete he is, and he's hard to stop. And that was another example right there.
A good job by Cameron of nearly getting back. I think he was in the circle, so that's why Padilla got the and one. But that was a quick transition there where Padilla was able to leak out, get to the basket, finish it, now gets the chance to make it a three-point play.
So number 10 at the line. Gets the roll. And it's a one-point ball game.
Full court pressure now from the Mountain Lions. We saw this a bunch last night.
Yep.
Pretty effective, too. And I think teams, especially like Cameron coming from
read my mind.
Altitude.
It makes a difference.
Second night, had to play it down in Pueblo last night. I think it makes a big difference, especially in the second half. We'll see how that plays out tonight.
Number 44 with the ball. That's Darius Green. The steal, and here it comes. Padilla Wong. Backs up. Uses that shoulder. He's got those long, rangy arms. Blenda Dilly, pump fake. Nope. Back up top. Inside feed to Ed Burke. What a feed by Gaddis to Burke.
Well, I just love the unselfishness. Blend easily could have taken that pass. Makes an extra pass to Parker, who easily could have taken a contested three. Great steal there from Kelly. But then extra pass to Burke for the easy layup. Good one there. Open shot.
Off. Rip down the rebound, and that's number 20, Kendall Scott for Cameron, and they push it down the floor. They're down by 1. So this has been a hard-fought contest. These teams right now, Nate, are eyeball to eyeball.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Mountain Lions so far, the three-point bucket last night and tonight just has not been falling.
No.
And at some point, it will. We know that. We know we've got guys who can shoot the basketball, but thus far, I think last night we were 3 for 16 from behind the arc. So far, we don't have one. Actually, Duran hit one, but
I got to ask you something,
not
Nate.
falling yet.
Being the athletic director, with all the sports going on, you're sitting here, you just watched the game last night, and you're going over stats and numbers. Are you able to do that for each sport and kind of just go from sport to sport to sport and store all that knowledge?
I try to. I mean, it's part of the fun of it for me, too, just because it's fun to see the successes of our kids. But also, I try to understand the game and understand what's going on, so – there's sports like basketball. I played basketball, so I have maybe a little bit deeper dive.
I hear you.
Of what I do, but maybe even like last night with our soccer game, I'm going over the same deal, watching the live stats, pulling it up. Well, cross country today, we had our cross country regional down in Texas, so I'm watching what our kids are doing, and we had 5 PRs on the men's cross country side today, which was awesome.
So you're involved, is what you're saying?
Yes.
So we're going to call you Nate the Guru Gibson here, the AD. He knows a little bit of everything about what's going on with these sports and does a fantastic job here for the Mountain Lions. Right now, it's a fight. 14-13 Mountain Lions.
A little bit of a push off there by Cameron, but a nice job of creating some space.
They get the lead.
That jumper goes down.
Rapidly moving first half here at Galilee Events Center. So far, two pretty evenly matched ball clubs. Clark back to Burke. Shot clock, 16. Plenty of time out to Evdilly. They're looking for that high percentage shot. Knocked away. A little bit of an errant pass. He wanted Wong underneath, but it got knocked away. Checking back in is Becker, number 20 for the Mountain Lions, for Ed Boards Burke. And it looks like, between Burke and number 20 Becker, that looks like kind of like underneath, kind of like a 1-2 punch for us.
Yeah, and just two different type of players in some ways, where I think Ed is somebody who can score it a little bit more, and great finish there from Padilla, but both just great size and give you a lot of options on both ends of the floor.
So the 1-point lead has changed a few times already with these clubs, feeling each other out. Playing a little chess, trying to get a couple moves ahead.
Again, just love the defensive effort by the Mountain Lions so far. Every shot has been contested by Cameron. No easy baskets.
Nope.
Mountain Lions easily have just like that. That's a great look. Just has not been falling yet.
Nope.
Everybody's really.
Underneath, Evdilly.
And Glenn traveled 100%. Couldn't finish.
He
called the block.
rubs his face like, I know that. I know.
I think they called a block there on Cameron, even though.
Yeah, you're right.
No doubt about it.
They called the block.
Maybe Glenn didn't quite have it.
I think he was a little bit shocked that he had it.
Yeah, like where'd that come from? But
that was a gift. So it's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. Competitive, entertaining ball game. Second game of a doubleheader. The women's team at UCCS won earlier. Can the men get the sweep here tonight? They lead close, 16-15 over Cameron. The Aggies out of Texas. He's Nate Gibson, the athletic director here at UCCS. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. This is NCAA Division II Hoops in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference right here in Colorado Springs. Stay with us, but come back. We got a good one. We're back here. UCCS, blend of Dilly at the free throw line for UCCS, misses the first one. And you were talking about it earlier, Nate. Some of these shots aren't falling right now. It's just a matter of a few trips down the floor and getting hot and finding a streak and riding it.
That's right.
And blend of Dilly, he misses both.
Both, yeah.
Which is uncharacteristic for him. Sliding on the floor, a Cameron player, and they come up with it. UCCS won a hard-fought game last night. They're looking for a sweep this weekend at home against two teams from Texas.
Right now, Mountain Lions are 1 for 7 from 3, 3 for 16 last night from 3. Just those shots just aren't quite falling, but obviously because we're getting it done on the defensive end, we're winning the ball game by 16 to 15 at the moment.
Well, the old saying says that sometimes you got to be something you're not when you want to win. And here's the thing: finding different ways to win. Right?
Absolutely. Well, and if you know if the only way you're going to win a ball game is if you score 90. There's nights when you're going to be off. So that's if you can find a way to get it done on the defensive end, you're going to be in every single ball game.
True. Underneath Cameron, the feed knocked away. And that brings up another saying that comes back when it comes to sports. Offense sells tickets, defense wins championships,
Absolutely.
right?
No, I 100% agree with that.
I'm a big Bronco fan. I wish they could find a little bit of offense. That'd be kind of nice, right?
That's true.
Of course, right now, Nate, the way they're playing, if you and I went to a Bronco game and sat at midfield at halftime, we may get to play.
That's right. I was at a game earlier. I was like, I might get a call.
Yeah. Hey, Nate, how do you feel? I'm all right.
No, it's been a tough year for the Broncos for sure. But
well, you got starting quarterback Joe Flacco, the veteran, out. And right now it looks like some of these young guys are going to have to – it's their opportunity to make plays,
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, Brandon Allen looked pretty good last night. Another turnover there for the Mountain Lions, but Becker stays with it, gets fouled.
And they'll get a chance at the line down here. 6:53 left in the first half, rapidly moving, and a low-scoring one, too.
One thing I keep noticing about Will Becker, and I saw this last night too, but he's just always around where the action is, and he usually comes up with making a play. Like he's the guy that just the ball, like a loose ball, he finds a way to get it. Good job there by drawing. He gets fouled.
Word that comes to mind so far, just the 2 games I've seen Becker play this season, a word that epitomizes him: hustle.
Yes.
The guy hustles. I mean, he's, like you said, he's around the ball. He's aware. He's got good court awareness. He knows where he is. Unselfish guy. It shows down there.
Yes.
He's looking to set other guys up in order to make plays, and that's a good thing to have. Deron Clark gets the roll. We'll get some subs in. Padilla Wong comes back in, and number 1, Parker Gaddis, comes back as well. He's a transfer from Clark College, the junior. Matter of fact, you've got Gaddis from San Antonio, and Deron Clark is from San Antonio.
Look at that. Once again, Will Becker just crashes the board, beats his man, gets an easy putback. Just love that. Great effort, but just always around the play. Just great basketball player, great knowledge, understanding of the game.
You're talking him up and his ears are burning, Nate. Makes another play.
Well, and it was the same thing last night. Just every time you're watching where the action is, Will Becker's around it, and he's making plays.
So Gaddis with the ball, tries to drive up inside, and Becker with another foul. The bank's open, by the way.
I was going to keep talking about Will Becker. Right. Well, but that's the thing. It's easy to do it just because of how much he gives us. Been fun to see it and hopefully now for 4 more years to come. He's a redshirt freshman.
And you were talking about them. The shot's not falling. We were talking about them finding an opening in order to make a run. I thought it was going to be Padilla Wong, but it's Becker that's kind of opened up and getting them just a little bit of breathing room in this game.
Right. And all on hustle plays and putbacks and just being around the basket.
So Cameron will draw the foul. They'll go to the line, and that's number 15, Brock Schreiner. Misses the first one. Coached by Andrew Brown, this Cameron University Aggie team, and Jeff Culver for UCCS in his 8th season, I believe. And he has the honor of saying he recruited a player that he put in the NBA, Derek White. His jersey hangs in this gym.
Pretty amazing. those are some special years, and